This is my Glock for my Glock project. It is a Model 31 in 357 SIG. You can see that markings right here. However, I've switched the barrel on it to a Lone Wolf conversion barrel. Okay, so the barrel here is the original barrel. Now this barrel is for 357 SIG, which is like a neck down 10mm into a 9. But this is a 9mm barrel threaded on there. And my Glock project, I really wanted to make something quite unique out of it. Well, I don't know if unique's the right word. But I wanted to have this slide milled here, lightning cuts and everything, and then an optic placed on the back here. Why I bought the Glock, the whole gun to begin with, is because I had got a really good deal on it on the internet, gunbroker.com. What it was, the going rate for slides is like $350, maybe $300 or so, without the barrel sometimes. And I picked up this Glock 31. It's a police trade-in model for $319. So I was like, well, crap. The gun already is as cheap as a slide, or cheaper sometimes when you look at it. And it's used, but I'm going to be, tearing it up anyway with getting the slide milled out, putting an optic plate on the back. And doing that, we'll need a refinish on the whole slide. So I was like, I don't care if it's beat up with the holster wear on the top, you can see here, and the front right here too. So I got a whole gun. I mean, you could have worse days. But I don't have too much experience with the 357 SIG. I shot 5 rounds out of it. It was defense ammo, and I didn't want to drop the whole $20 of ammunition for 20 rounds on one and a half mags, basically, less than that. And I did enhance my own trigger some. It was a duty trigger once, I think Florida police or something. That's where the seller was located. I don't actually know where this came from. It was said to be a police trade-in, but it's much smoother now that I polished the sear and other parts in the back here, the transfer bar, the trigger bar thing, and the striker itself. I can enhance it more with some different springs, maybe a different trigger, and eventually I plan on doing all that once I get the next phase of the Glock done. Now, I originally don't like the Glock grip here. It's a little too big for my hands. I didn't have the SF model, which is like small frame, where they cut out some of the geometry back here to make it fit smaller hands better. My hand's on the small side, but it might help with that. It's a little too big in the bell back here. However, the other day when shooting it, I was doing very well with it among all my other guns, including my Steyr, my FN, and my 1911 here. I just was much better with this than anything else, and this is the one I've shot the least. So maybe the grip angle is correct. It kind of forces your hand into the right position with the high bore axis and all. But we'll see. I can't really reach the magazine release that well. I have to cant my hand whenever I want to do that. But it's something that you can buy an upgrade for. Like, the biggest advantage to Glock is that there is a huge aftermarket to it. Need a better slide release? Buy one. Need a crank on the back so you can grab it better? Buy one. Need a whole charging handle for your Glock? You can buy that too. Mag wells? Sure. And then everyone stiples their Glocks as well, which I might do also. I kind of like the Timberwolf frame as well. I held one once, and what I was reading is that the grip angle is better, more like the 1911 here, than this deep grip of an angle. That's also $250 with a trigger, and I was like, well, maybe not today, maybe not this year, but we'll see. Maybe they'll make a new model and I'll get that. This is a Gen 3 Glock. Gen 4 is already out, and I think they're talking about Gen 5 soon. I just really don't know what they're looking for. Ambidextrous, probably. This one's very right-handed. No reversible pieces either. But yeah, that's my take at the Glock 31. We'll hope to see some upgrades on it within this year. Some significant upgrades. It's going to cost like $500 on my $300 gun. Okay, well, see you in another video.